Afternoon, everyone. So, I'm going to give a little rundown of this year's plans. I said in a previous post that I'd have a bit of an announcement. Here we are. The announcement was that we were going to look to go competitive racing with one of our Scrapyard cars. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen this year. A combination of workload, family life, and sponsors saying they'd be there when they're not, as means we're not going to be able to go racing this year. But that's good, because I probably wouldn't have had time to build the car properly if we were going to go racing this year. So we're going to go next year. Our target is to race next year in a national competitive wheel-to-wheel series with a car that we've built, as usual, on a shoestring budget without spending a fortune, as we like to do. So, you know, last year was a real good year, real successful year on making a car go faster without spending a lot of money, and I've got all the results from last year in a video that I just haven't had time to put together or post yet, so I'll do that later, because there's lots of little sections I need to put together. As I'm sure the people who followed from the start have noticed, my video editing skills have come on massively. But yeah, so I'll put that video together, and so you can see all the results and how much quicker we made last year's car, basically spending nothing, or pennies. So I picked up another RX-8. There she is behind me. I'll take you for a little walk around with the car in a moment. I basically bought it as a non-runner for £100. 100 quid, complete car. And I'm starting the workshop at the moment. We've just painted another car, so that's drying. I've just fitted a gearbox in another car, and I'm waiting for a prop to come back, and I'm waiting for a container of tyres to turn up. So I thought I may as well start pulling the car that's been sat in the yard for a few months apart. So I'm pretty much ready to lift the engine out now, as everything's disconnected. We're ready to lift it out. So we're going to be running RX-8s because I love them, as you might have noticed. I think the chassis is an absolute work of art. But the rotary engine, we're not going to be using it. So for all you rotary fans, I apologise. It's not because I don't like the engine. I think the engine's fantastic, and it gets a rough deal. I can't comment on how it is as a daily car, a road car. But on a racetrack, it makes a lot of sense, and I think it's an absolute beaut. But maintenance, complexity, CAN systems, electronics, it's just turned me off using it in a race car. 2 seconds, let me put that outside. So I won't be using it. I will be using a Mazda engine, because I've got to keep it Mazda with a Mazda, and it'll be a BP5A that I'm going to choose to use with a turbo. The series I'm looking at has a 240 horsepower per tonne limit, so it's not only a massively high power build, but it's going to be something I'm looking to do. One moment. Sorry about that. Somebody beeping their horn asking for bits I don't even know who it was. Wrong place. Better stay away from my goats. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so a BP5A with the turbo. We're going to be looking for probably 250, 260 horsepower, but the way we're going to do it is a little bit different. It's going to be a bit unconventional in the style we like to do. So I won't shed any more light on that. You'll have to wait and see, but it should be quite interesting, and I think it'll make for a good car. So that's the plan. This year, get the car built, tested, set up, reliable, hopefully moderately fast. So it can be, you know, we're never going to build a championship winning car with 55 pence and some egg whites, but as long as we can be competitive and have a reliable car and have a lot of fun, and actually get into the series, if we can get into the series, I call that a result, because like I say, racing is expensive, and we're going to try and do it with whatever, absolute womble spec, whatever we find lying around. But if anyone does fancy giving us a bit of sponsorship to help towards the costs of just getting to the events, that'd be great. We'll have a lovely looking car. I mean, one thing we will have is a nice looking car, because, you know, I think we do that pretty well. We make people's cars look lovely. So we're gonna make the car look nice, so it should attract a bit of attention, nice paint scheme and paint job. So if you want any sponsors on the side, feel free to give us a call and we can sort a deal out. We've got a couple of sponsors already for parts and bits and bobs, but yeah, obviously even at the highest level, sponsorship's massively important. So let's go have a look at the car, shall we? Ooh. Yeah. So there's another there it is. This river. If anybody from Alcatel's watching, probably not, you never know, but if they are, A function where you can rotate the camera mid-video, massively helpful. Just an idea, put it out there. So walk over all the bits I've pulled off. I've literally taken this car apart with an angle grinder so far. There it is. There it is. Another RX-8, just like my other one, even the same colour. Like I say, bought it as a non-runner for £100. When I say a non-runner, it actually runs, I was told, but he'd taken parts off to sell them. Who knows? Don't care, I'm not using the engine. So that's just about ready to be lifted out, all disconnected. I've already sold the interior, first thing I did. So, interior's off, out. I popped the steering wheel on because I needed to manoeuvre it onto the ramp. Stinks of fuel in there because the last guys tore it apart. You probably can't see nothing in the dark there, can you? So that's a pointless thing. But that's the plan. So there's phase one. The car's having the engine pulled out and the build has officially started. It might take a while because I've got a lot of work to do and I'm literally doing this in my downtime. But hopefully towards the end of summer I'll have something I can start getting to work and testing. So that's the plan. In other important news, I've been around to see the goats today and I've got a wicked picture of me cuddling one. So I'll pop that in the video. I'll pop that in the end, me cuddling the goat. Because I know more of our followers are interested in the goats and the big curly Mexican shoes than the cars. But either way, it's nice to have you with us.